something I was working on recently, which was one of the mini masks I got for my TikTok series, which if you're on TikTok, go to 10 Universe on there and you can see our series here. And it's mainly like a cyberpunk type series. But I want to look over some files and talk about the mask. I think I posted a short thing talking about it once before a little bit, but this will be in more detail. Plus I did a color graded one, a little bit of my ideas of why I wanted to do it a certain way. But the first file I'm going to open here and talk about briefly is just I'm using electronics on anything, and it's very basic, but that's how I want to start. It's just basically LEDs with resistors and some stripping and basic stuff. Nothing really complicated, you know, but that's what I wanted to do. As I go over this, I'll talk about some of the details of doing the mask, but we'll watch it over first. And this was just me in my messy work room trying to get, but here's the battery setup I did, and I just did a basic, and this is not focused, but you can see like just the basic battery setup with wires. One of the things here that you can see right off the bat, these two eyes are basically LED coasters, and they got different pulsing and vibrating and stuff like that. And then I got LEDs in these slots. But one of the things I want to show here is like these are fluorescent paint around here, and there's some edges here and here and around here that makes the colors come out a little bit better. And I actually did some painting after I took these videos of, and I painted these areas, and it shows up a lot better too after doing that. So now let's try to see how the next video, let's see if it'll open up a little quicker than the last one did. I usually, like, since I started doing these recordings on this, I haven't like did a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, like I said, like here's another one where I did it more focused, but you can see how the paint helps bring out the color, especially with that blue, brings out that pink. And then down here I just have this, but I didn't put any lights here. So, and all of these, let me pause, all of these that I did, and there's more of them, like this symbol and this, that's all glue molds. And I got the molds, like this stuff and this are glue molds that I got from Evil Ted. He has these molds there, you can use them for like foam clay and everything, but I did glue. So these are just glue molds on here, and that's one of the reasons why I was testing sounds, because this is a basic LED, and like these are for TikTok videos, so they won't be on that long. But like if this gets really hot, it's gonna melt the glue, because this is, like I said, this is just a glue mold. It's glued on here to this plastic cheap dollar store mask. But like, see how that comes out a lot better. It actually makes it look like there's other lights here, and it's supposed to be looking a little bit damaged and stuff, because like the mouth has been like ripped out of the thing supposedly. And with this one, like this light over here on the left kept working good, and this one on the right I think needs new batteries. And there's a mess of wires in here, and like most of them, like for the most part, these are just tied down. And no, I didn't solder this, I just twisted it and taped it together, because it's not going to be even on that long. And these are just wires running down here. They're not even fully, I mean not even halfly, they're no use at all, they're just glued, and they come running out and stuff. I might one of these days try to do some kind of like spark effect, if I can learn to do tracking and stuff like that for effects and stuff better. And then here's the video of me wearing it, and it has to sit really low on my face, as you can see here, because of all the wires and stuff. And no, I can't see out of it at all, but I'm gonna be wearing like a slight mask.
Boy.
And then hopefully I'm gonna get that piece for up here. So, but I think it turned out pretty good, or I wanted it to do. And here's like the color grades, and I'll talk about with the color grades. Like I usually, if I color grade any videos for TikTok, I usually use the Blade Runner color loop from Film Riot and stuff. But this one is Blade Runner, and it has like a lens flare effect over it right here, and it gives it a good effect, and I like it. It darkened everything else a little bit too much, I think. And like, yeah, I just slapped the loops on, and then I am going to later, with the loops put on, sorry, screwed that up. After I get the loops on, I'm going to adjust stuff, of course. But this was just me throwing this in here to see how it would look. And here's this one is Tron loot with another lens flare. I think this one looks better, and I do love doing that. And it makes the silver paint on the mask like have a twinge of metal off of it too, which is really cool. And this one picks up like the little hints of the fluorescent paint around it, so I do like that quite a bit too. So that might be one I go with in the future and stuff. And to see the one with it on my head, with this is the one with it on my head, and also with lens flare. And this one was RoboCop, I think, blue, and then lens flare. And I actually like this one quite a bit because it really brought out the chrome look of this really good. And with these lights, my next light project is I want to do a programmable LED and figure out how to do that next. This was my doing basic stuff, and I want to do a programmable LED after this and have fun with that. So I hope somebody got some fun out of this. And like my basic thing is like, I think it's best for people who ain't saying you can do what you want, but like I've tried to jump into bigger projects and it was just mainly a pain in the ass to try to do. I think it's better to do these smaller projects, especially with stuff like this, because my first time I wanted to do LEDs, I wanted to do them huge and do them programmed and do all this stuff, Arduino stuff, all this stuff, and it was like, no, learn how to do them basic. These LEDs were the long ones with the wires, and they had resistors on them, so I didn't have to worry about the battery thing as much because I already had a resistor connected to it. I didn't have to worry about splicing because they were all pretty long, and the same thing with the battery setup, it was pretty long. So I just split off the blacks and the other colors and then just connected onto the batteries. And like I said, I just did a twist thing, which is not recommended normally, but this is only going to be on me for seconds at a time, and so Yeah, we'll have to jack it up and everything, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, right now would be a good time, actually, right now. Hello. We here at 10 Universe are proud to announce that we have signed on to adapt the high-adventure fantasy book, The Trinity Prophecy, to audio.
100-year-old prophecy thought to be put to rest has been set in motion.
The Trinity Prophecy is the debut novel from Marissa Kinzel. Marissa is a longtime lover of fantasy universes and imaginative character design. She graduated from the University of Central Florida in 2018 with a BA in Writing and Rhetoric, with a minor in Digital Humanities. Partnering with other artists to create multimedia works is her lifelong goal.
A kind-hearted prince and a bold, headstrong princess are saddled with saving the world, but they need to find a missing hero.
The Trinity Prophecy will first come to Empire Radio in the form of chapter releases every other week, and these will be free for all to follow along with. And in the end, we will be bringing a full audiobook your way. For more on Marissa and the Trinity Prophecy, head over to www.marissakinzel.com. If I mispronounced the name, apologies, but let me spell it out also. It's www.marissakinzel.com for those who have problems with website addresses like myself. We highly recommend the print edition because you will also have a chance to see the additional awesome illustrations by Melissa McManus. There goes that name stuff again. We ain't joking though, those are great illustrations and you really should check them out. Everyone involved with this project is working to make it the best it can be. We are working through our process and we are taking our time because this work really deserves an even broader audience and a chance for even more people to see it, which can happen with a lot of audio works. And the months and weeks and time ahead, expect announcements on the casting of narrators, release dates, promos, and teasers. Lots and lots of teasers.